So here we go, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to condense 92 years, over 9 decades. This is a logo that Paul Jones developed from the design, the yellow pencil on Bemidji Avenue. Okay, here we go. This is this is Holmes City, Minnesota. It's a city that was founded in 1858, the same year that the state of Minnesota was founded. And this is the early days of Bemidji Woolen Mills, because this is the Holmes City Woolen Mills, 1897. And that's the woolen. There's my grandfather on that pile of logs there on the far left. That's Ira Hubert Batchelder in Mildred, Minnesota. That's where he was born, just a few miles north of Pequot Lakes, Minnesota. That was in 1909. So that's my grandpa that taught me everything there was to know about the Bemidji Woolen Mills. And here we are on Minnesota Avenue a few years later in 1914. That's my great-grandfather, Ira Preston Batchelder, in the front there. We had a little general store before the Bemidji Woolen Mills was founded. So that's on Minnesota Avenue there, our general store. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So we got a big write-up in the newspaper. I'm good at getting free publicity, so here we go. October 11th, 1920, Bemidji Woolen Mills begins production along the Sioux Line right-of-way. That's a building that no longer exists. It's right behind Bemidji Paper Sales. And there's the guy that started it all, my great-grandfather, Ira Preston Batchelder. Was unfortunate I never got to meet him because he passed away in 1938 at a very young age. But he also founded the Woolen Mills with my grandfather, Ira Hubert Batchelder. Is the next gentleman up on the screen there. Some say I got a resemblance to him. So, Grandpa passed on in 1992. He was 89 years old, and I worked right alongside him all those years. And, you know, he was my mentor along with my father and my uncle. So that was pretty cool right there. Now here we go. Those little Nazi signs on the top of those catalogs are not part of the representation of Bemidji Woolen Mills. These actually are catalogs from 1930 and 1934, and that was, I believe, before Hitler even rose to power. So, but it's kind of interesting. That's in the archives. There's a letter in 1953 from the Lions organization, and I'm proud to say today, in 2012, every year, and probably before 1953, the district governor on his official visit to Bemidji receives a bright red jacket with the Lions emblem on the back. So that's pretty cool. This letter came out of New York City, and this is a company that imported the Hudson Bay blankets from England and distributed them throughout the United States. So that was a company that my grandfather and great-grandfather worked with. Today, Woolrich Woolen Mills is the sole importer of the Hudson Bay blanket, distributed nationwide. Here we are, Johnson Corner Drug, still on the corner there. In 1954, that was the Bemidji Woolen Mills float, and you can see the little sheep on there. That was kind of cool. And that's my Paul Bunyan theme right there. That's a little carved statue of Paul Bunyan back there. So allegedly, there I am, 1970. I was 10 years old. So people say, when did I start at the Woolen Mills? 1970. So that was 40 years ago. And that's Carl Spong looking at me. That's at the Red River Valley Winter Shows in Crookston, Minnesota, and that's King Agassiz there with the cowboy hat on. But Carl ran the Greenbush Sheep Days up in Greenbush, Minnesota. And I was told I couldn't get political here tonight, but I had to share this one of President Nelson Mandela on his official visit to Canada. We were honored in 1998 to make a ceremonial coat, and I have to report it's kind of sad because he was hospitalized this day due to heat exhaustion up in Canada. And then this is kind of cute. This is Mayor, who is that guy? Is that Tommy Smothers. So this is on Minnesota Monthly. They were doing a little spoof on the fishing opener. That's where was this at here? 1992. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, that picture actually was taken in Las Vegas. Okay, we got Brett and Devin Ahrens from Cass Lake, Minnesota. We sponsored the fourth fastest canoe in North America, and this canoe has hit every major river in Canada and North America. They enter canoe races all over North America. And here's a young lady from Bemidji. She works at the Green Mill Bethany Larson, and she won the Grand Champion Make It Yourself 4-H with Wool contest at the State Fair, and it was wool that she had purchased from Bemidji Woolen Mills, and she still lives in Bemidji. She works at the grain mill, so just a beautiful young lady, and that was a few years back. And here we go. This is Brett Ahrens standing in the Arctic Circle, and that's Ernest Shackleton's base camp. It's a historic site. He's wearing a Bemidji Woolen Mills coat, and he did research when he was attending the University of Minnesota. So we've been to the far reaches of the world with Bemidji Woolen Mills and the Ahrens boys, good people. And we have a very, very distinguished photographer that took this picture by the name of Bob Smith, and it was raining this day, and he still never sent me a bill, but this was taken in the Gulch country, down Lake 21, Nelson Lake, Bass Lake, right south of town. Oh, there's Garrison Keeler. I was lucky enough to be invited on his show. I didn't even realize what was going on, and I get to John Glass Fieldhouse, and the security guard wouldn't let me in. And I was like, hey, the show's starting in about 10 minutes. I'm supposed to be back there with Garrison, and finally the lady comes running out and says, hey, Bill, we're looking all over for you. Well, that was a pretty cool deal there. And this has happened yesterday, Bemidji Day at the Capitol. And pretty awesome. So our family's been pretty fortunate to have found such a beautiful city way back in the beginning. And it's pretty big responsibility for me to carry the tradition on. So thanks for letting me come out here.